Good morning, South Florence. Please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the moment of silence.
Good morning, South Florence. I'm Amelia Sprouls.
And I'm Aubrey Crawford.
FCA will be selling hot chocolate and honey buns in the cafeteria Monday through Thursday this week. Please stop by and enjoy some tasty refreshments.
For any student applying for the Governor's School, they have extended the Governor's School applications until February 17th. Please make sure you have all of your package completed and sent in by that date. If you have any questions, please contact the school counselor, Miss Ray.
Attention seniors, please take your college acceptance letters and military acceptance letters to guidance as soon as possible.
Seniors, make sure you buy an ad for this year's yearbook. Prices are lower than ever. Order forms are located outside of room 119. The last day to purchase an ad and turn in materials is February 7th. If you have any questions about senior ads, see Miss Walt in room 119.
Apex will not meet on Tuesday, January 28th. It will resume in room 219 on Wednesday, January 29th.
The SCASL's deadline for any students submitting a book trailer is February 14th. If you need information on this competition, contact Miss Gaston in the library.
Cheer is hosting a winter cheer clinic on February 29th. It's for 4K through 11th grade. This is the perfect opportunity to learn skills and get some awesome tips about cheer. Please see a cheerleader, Coach Cooper or Coach Jordan, for a form starting Tuesday, January 28th.
AMP students going on the field trip to Charleston. Please make sure you have turned in your permission slips and money today.
All young men of South Florence, stop. Do you know where all of the exits are in your classroom? In a store? In your house? Would you know if someone was following you? Do you know how to avoid a dangerous situation or react when it's happening? If you want to learn to think like a police officer, soldier, firefighter, spy, or bodyguard, come out to the cave this Friday to learn situational awareness. This skill can not only save your life, but help you be a better student. This will be Friday after school from 3:30 to 4:30 in room 110, Mr. Hill's room on the locker hall.
The South Florence staff would like to send out a reminder to please clean up after yourself after breakfast and lunch. There are ample trash cans around the commons area. Please be respectful and dispose of your waste in trays.
SGA is holding a blanket drive for those in need. Please turn in a new or used but clean blanket to Ms. Collins.
Barrett Klinkeneck will be speaking to FCA on Friday, January 31st. Barrett is a West Florence standout in baseball who was drafted by the Braves for FMU. He currently coaches a division of Braves baseball. Come on out to Mobile 10 to hear Barrett and enjoy a breakfast snack with FCA.
Sam's Club will be here on Wednesday, January 29th from 9 to 11 and 1 to 2:30 for their membership drive. They will be in the mailroom, so stop by if you are interested in joining.
Congratulations to our new Miss South Florence of 2020, Constance Mixon.
Good morning, South Florence. Today's weather will be mostly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 38. Tomorrow's weather will be sunny with a high of 58 and a low of 36. Thank you for watching today's weather.
The boys' golf season will begin on February 3rd. We will meet at Shadow Creek and practice will be from 4 until 5:30. Softball tryouts will be February 3rd from 3:45 to 5:15. Tomorrow, Tuesday, January 28th, basketball is at home versus Carolina Forest. JV girls starts at 4:30. This Thursday, there will be a parent meeting for anyone interested in spring sports in the auditorium at 6 p.m. And this Friday, there will be basketball at Conway. JV girls start at 4:30. Prayers and kind thoughts to the family of Kobe Bryant, who passed away alongside his 13-year-old daughter this weekend.
Once upon a time, there was a young basketball player who had dreams of becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
17 years old, with the hunger, the motivation, and a desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be. I have decided to skip college and take my talent to the NBA.
A sense of purpose. No, a sense of purpose was there ever since I was a kid. I knew exactly, I felt like I knew what God put me on this earth to do. Just play the game of basketball. I just loved it so much. And once I came to the NBA and I looked around, I saw all the guys that weren't working as much as I was, then I started to understand that, how I went about it is hard work. To me, it was just, I just love what I do, so I want to do it as much as possible.
Now it's time to go in there and it's time to do some work.
Can I look inside and say, okay, what was the genesis for me? Who inspired me to get to this point? When I face adversity and I look at it as a challenge or an opportunity, where did that come from? Who did I learn that from?
Did you set goals when you started in the NBA? Did you have goals at that point? Certain things that you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was really simple for me at the time, which is win as many championships as possible.
My name is Warren Poston. I'm the law enforcement instructor here at the Florence Career Center. My class is broken down over 2 years. The first year you take Law Enforcement Services 1. In Law Enforcement Services 1, you'll learn a lot. It deals a lot with books and learning because you have to learn about the criminal laws of South Carolina. What is murder? What is voluntary manslaughter? Robbery, burglary, larceny. You got to deal with constitutional law. What laws are covered by the Constitution? What are people's rights? Of course, we've all heard of the Bill of Rights. What are those amendments? How do those amendments protect us? Because all of that applies to law enforcement, because when we go out and we deal with criminals, we have a set of rules that we have to go by, and those rules come from the U.S. Constitution. So constitutional law was big in this class the first year. The second year is a lot more hands-on stuff. We learn how to process crime scenes, photograph, fingerprint, collect DNA. We learn how to do traffic stops, how to do an unknown suspect traffic stop where we don't know what we're walking into, which is the majority of your traffic stops. Then we deal with high-risk traffic stops. What do I do if I know the guy in the vehicle is a convicted felon and may harm me? We also, in second year, we learn about building and entry tactics, which is kind of what you see your SWAT teams do. You know, how do we enter that building to keep ourselves safe, to keep other people safe, but also to eliminate the threat that is going on. You know, that's a lot of the second year. Second year is a lot more hands-on. You know, basically when these kids walk out of my class, everything that they're going to learn when they go to the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy, they will learn over the 2 years in my course. So that way when they go to the academy and they have to condense it down into 12 weeks, they will be more prepared for it. You know, the academy is more set up where you go to class from 8 to 5, and then you spend all of your night studying. These guys will be prepared. They'll know what they're already talking about in class, and they shouldn't have any problem with passing the academy whatsoever and becoming future law enforcement officers. They'll also have some of the same training that detectives that are working in homicide cases right now have. Like I said, the crime scene processing, how we interview suspects, or interrogate suspects. All of this stuff is taught in law enforcement services. We even throw a little bit of archery in there so we can teach them about fire line safety and how they should behave on the firing range to keep everybody safe. Because certainly we don't want anybody getting shot with a firearm, so we teach them with bow and arrows, so that way if somebody does get shot, maybe it wouldn't hurt too bad. If anyone's interested in joining the Law Enforcement Services program at the Florence Career Center, we have students from 10th, 11th, and 12th grade that come and take the first year. There's no criteria for the first year other than the fact that you've got to be interested in law enforcement. It's got to be something that you want to do in the future, because we want you to come in here, and we found that students learn better when it's something they want to do. And then after the first year, if you want to go on to second year, you have to show me that you can do good in class, you can behave in class, and that you really want to be a law enforcement officer. Because like I said, second year is a lot more hands-on stuff. So for second year, you have to have my recommendation as well as having the grades in first year to make it the second year.